Long anticipated night is here. The Oakland Athletics in town, and the Mariners are going to send their best, and one of the best, if not the best, in all of baseball. Felix Hernandez will take the mound here at Safeco Field as he jumps the baselines and headed towards the mound in front of the Kings Court and the High Court. Big crowd on hand here tonight at Safeco Field with the best team in baseball, the Oakland Athletics, in town to take on the Seattle Mariners. Welcome, everybody, to Mariner Baseball here on Root Sports. Nick Sims and Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew on hand. Hot summer night. Perfect conditions to rock and roll with a great pitching matchup. Felix against Jeff Samardzija. Let's take a look at the Oakland Athletics batting order.
The DH tonight will be John Jaso. Then it's Stephen Vogt. Career high 10-game hitting streak for Vogt. 457 over that time. Then it's Donaldson and Moss, the middle lineup. They provide the punch. 20 and 19 home runs for them. Lowry, Norris, Cayespo, Punto, and Gentry rounding out the 9 for the A's.
Felix facing his old battery mate, John Jaso. First pitch. Off the plate, ball one. Loud vocal crowd from the get-go. You gotta love it. Or this pitch swung on and sent to center field. James Jones is there for out number 1.
Take a look at the defense for the Mariners tonight. Ackley getting the start in left field. Jones out in center. M.D. Chavez, the right fielder, with Saunders going on the disabled list. Kyle Seager at third base. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Justin Smoke just recalled. He gets the start at first base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching tonight. For Felix on the year, a 2.11 ERA. Outstanding numbers: 145 strikeouts, only 23 walks for Felix. Opponents hitting just 201 against him.
Strike one to Stephen Vogt. Strike two as Felix drops an off-speed pitch in there. James Hoy has home plate tonight. So look at your umpires. Bob Davidson at first, Mike Malinsky at second, and John Timpani at third. Felix way ahead, already going nuts here at Safeco. Down the line, foul past Mike Gallego, the third base coach. Ty Waller coaching at first for the Athletics. A's just played the Bays Bridge Series and won 3 out of 4 from the Giants, who are in second place in the NL West. Here's a pitch swung on and driven deep to right, backing up Chavez, and he's going to watch it fly out of here. Stephen Vogt with his 4th home run, 17th RBI, an early 1-0 lead for the Oakland Athletics, with Felix giving up his 2nd home run to a left-hand hitter.
And that'll extend his hitting streak to 11 games now. We highlighted him. Take a look at Samardzija in the dugout. They want this pitch away, and Felix leaves the changeup right on the inside corner. See the good circle grip changeup from Felix, but he pulled across it a little bit and left it middle in.
Athletics 7th in the American League now with 95 home runs. Here's Josh Donaldson swinging and takes advantage of the open hole on the right side for a base hit. Mariners making a roster move earlier today with Michael Saunders. Hurt himself in a check swing last night on the DL again. You hate to see that, but good for Justin Smoke. Gets him an opportunity to get back here with the ball club. He was swinging the bat well at Tacoma.
Yeah, 284 average in the 19 games with 3 home runs.
So a run in, a runner on, brings up cleanup man Brandon Moss.
Mariners will put the shift on with Moss hitting. Kyle Seager will move around to the right side of the infield. Brad Miller, the only one on the left side of the infield.
Moss, a .310 hitter with a home run against Felix. And we've seen this before, Mike. Teams knowing. Yep. First pitch. There's a guy that likes to get that first pitch strike. You don't want to get behind a quality pitcher, top shelf pitcher like Felix, and these guys ready to hack.
Well, the A's aware of that. 32 career starts against Oakland. Felix with a 2.64 ERA. He is 17-7 against the A's.
We've seen plenty of Brandon Moss too. He's done a lot of damage over the years to the Mariners. Bob Melvin on the right. Derek Norris. 1-1 here to Moss. Well, 1-2 here to Moss. Felix entering tonight's game second in ERA in the American League, second in innings pitched, third in strikeouts. Putting up some fantastic numbers. He's ahead 1-2. Miller gives a long chase and can't get there.
Felix showing a good fastball here in the first inning. That fastball 94 miles an hour. Moss was late on it.
Gotta love the electric atmosphere here at Safeco Field. Kings Court and the High Court got folks in the upper deck. About 11 sections today. Donaldson at first. 1-2 pitch to Moss. Little dribbler. Felix will take it and flip to the first baseman Justin Smoke for out number 2. So 2 away. Runner at second.
Everybody talks about the changeup, but he's thrown more curveballs this year, and it's been an effective pitch for Felix. When he first broke in, that was his out pitch, was the curveball. Now everybody's worried about the changeup. But 15% curveballs from Felix this year.
2 away. Runner at second brings up switch hitting shortstop Jed Lowry. Jed at .235, 4 homers and 33 runs batted in. Breaking ball for strike. Lowry 6 for 28 with a home run against Felix Hernandez. Got a 6-game hitting streak working. Ground ball up the middle. Cano can't get it. Donaldson to third. He's going to score. And the A's lead it 2-0. RBI for Lowry is 34th. The gauntlet's been thrown down here in the first inning.
Well, again, I think it's the changeup, and it is. It's down. Not a bad pitch, but it's in the middle of the plate. We've talked so much about the A's and their pitching, but don't disregard their offense. They're 8th in average, but 2nd in runs scored. It's a good offensive club.
Here's the catcher, Derek Norris. He got .302 with 8 homers. Makes it a strike. Don't forget, Oakland comes in with a run differential of plus 147. Best in the big leagues. The Mariners are 4th at plus 55. Chop foul. Angels right there, number 2 in the Nationals. We'll see the Nationals coming into Seattle later on this month. But 3 teams from the tough American League West among your leaders in run differential. Athletics updated to the moment. Felix 0-2 here to Norris. Missed away. Home run by Vogt and an RBI single by Lowry. 2-0 early lead here for the Athletics. Good sizzle in the building. 1-2 pitch. Got him. So Felix with his first strikeout tonight gives up 2 runs on 3 hits. And the Mariners coming to bat. Kings Court and High Court. So many out there tonight. 6 different chefs being used to hand out the turkey legs, led by Chef Dave. Boy, turkey legs going all around. In the lower bowl and the upper deck, you gotta love it. Kings Court and the High Court here for Game 1. Mariners and the Athletics. They're ready to have a good time. Here we go, Jeff Samardzija. First time the Mariners are seeing him in an A's uniform. They saw him with the Cubs back in June of last year here in Safeco Field. 6'5". Former wide receiver at the University of Notre Dame. Andy Chavez leading off for the Mariners. Mariners trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Minnesota came in here and did some damage. 1-1 to Indy. Left field. Play from Moss. He's there. Let's take a look at the rest of the batting order.
Tonight's lineup brought to you by Chevron. Following Chavez, it will be Jones, then it's Cano. 327 average for Cano. Morrison will move hit cleanup as the DH. Seager 5th. Justin Smoke again just recalled. He will hit 6th in the lineup and play first base. Ackley, Miller, and Zunino rounding out the 9. For Smart, just the one start since coming over from the National League. Pitched well, 7 innings. Just 1 walk in that outing. He will throw a lot of strikes, a variety of fastballs. Use a cutter, sinker, a 4-seam fastball. Also mix in a split and a curveball.
Here's James Jones batting second, playing in center field. Next pitch up, and then you notice Jonesy batting now. That bat is perpendicular to the ground. Remember, he had it more parallel to the ground, and a couple of days ago I happened upon a conversation with he and Lloyd McClendon. They were working on some things, and Jonesy put it into action immediately. It was the type of thing Lloyd said, hey, we can work on this next year in spring training. He comes out a few hours later and he's got the bat more of a standard position, and Lloyd said, I want you to be like Ernie Banks. And he said, and he looked at it, and we 3 of us looked at each other, and Lloyd said, Dave, tell him who Ernie Banks is. And he took a look and he went and researched it, almost like he did a mini book project. He came back to Lloyd the next day and said, now I know who Ernie Banks is. Here's a look at the A's defensive alignment.
And the outfield will be Moss. Normally first baseman playing left field tonight. Gentry and center, Vogt out and right. Donaldson the third baseman. He's the all-star. Lowry and Punto playing up the middle. Cayespo at first. And Derek Norris will do the catching.
Here's Robinson Cano. 4th in batting in the American League, tied for 4th in hits, 6th in on-base percentage, and 3rd in runners in scoring position batting average. Slaps one foul. Strike 1. Bobby coming off a 3-for-5 performance last night. He's 1 for 1 against Jeff Samardzija. 0-2. Samardzija and Jason Hamill coming over last week in a trade with the Chicago Cubs. And boy, did that make a lot of news in the American League. #1 team in baseball, adding 2 really good pitchers. Off the fist, foul back.
Three fastballs to Cano. The first one was a 4-seamer away, and then the last couple of pitches, cutters inside.
Cano battling Jeff Samardzija, who hails from Merrillville, Indiana, where he was born and grew up in Valparaiso, Indiana, home of Valparaiso University, alma mater of Lloyd McClendon. And Cano swings and misses, and Samardzija off to a good start here in the first inning. He needed 11 pitches to get us 3 outs, 2-0 A's. Baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Ford. We are local. By AM/PM, too much good stuff. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. A wonderful day to be at Lake Union. There's a duck boat going by, another one going by. A lot of traffic out there today. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day, 77 degrees. Here at first pitch, back at 7:10. Temperatures over the weekend said to be reaching up into the 90s. Here's Alberto Callaspo. Another guy, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Felix gives up 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. No Yoenis Cespedes tonight. Not Bob Melvin said not because Felix is on the mound, it's because he's been playing a lot. He's a little bit tired. Bat's slowed down a little bit. Chopper. Brad Miller late developing. That's a nice play. And it looks like Callaspo pulled a right hammock.
I think you're right. Definitely a hamstring. Pulled up right before he got to the bag, maybe a step or two before he got to the base. We'll take a look at the play by Miller. I think Miller was waiting. Kyle Seager started after, and I think he thought Kyle maybe was going to try to cut across. So a little bit of a late start, but Brad able to make up the difference with a fine play.
He catches a break here. This is where the hammy goes right there. His last 2 steps helped him. Callaspo in some pain here, and
maybe we will see Cespedes. Now they can move Vogt or Moss to play first base. They have Cespedes and Crisp, the outfielders, on the bench. They also put Fryman in at first.
There's a veteran switch hitter, utility man Nick Punto, playing at second base tonight.
So for Felix, 21 pitches, 18 strikes, 7 first pitch strikes to the 8 batters he has faced, and the Athletics all being aggressive here early on.
Punta, the 8th man to the plate. What do you figure? 4 guys have offered at the first pitch. Home run by Stephen Vogt, an RBI single by Lowry as the A's up 2-0. Kings Court and the High Court making their presence felt. Felix with 1 strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Make it strikeout number 2. Both of them looking. 2 outs here in the second inning.
Just a good fastball right on the inside corner. You can see the 2-seam grip from Felix. Trying to get a little bit of run started in off the plate. You can see Punto diving out of the way, and a great job by Zunino again to frame that pitch, but right on the corner. And this is what Felix does with the 2 strikes this year. 47% fastballs. You can see the changeup. That's the big pitch for him.
Bouncing ball, Seager. Nice play to his left against Craig Gentry. And Felix with a 1-2-3 inning and needed 6 pitches to get through the second. See if the Mariners can crank some offense with Morrison, Seager, and Smoke coming up. NFPS birthplace. Mariners trail 2-0. There's Logan Morrison looking at a strike. Morrison, Seager, and Smoke against Jeff Samardzija.
And the A's will put the shift on with Morrison hitting. Lloyd McClendon changing the lineup a little bit, moving Morrison into the cleanup spot. Kyle Seager will hit fifth.
Shift on against Lomo. New first baseman for the Athletics, 6'8" Nate Fryman. Played his college ball at Duke. Brought up 13 days ago from AAA Sacramento. He's been up and down with the A's ball club over the last couple of years. 1-1. Morrison, the DH this evening. 2-1. Fouled off.
Best fastball we've seen from Samardzija, 95 miles an hour. He'll be right around 93 for the most part, but he can amp it up when he throws his four-seam fastball. Again, he'll mix in a two-seamer and a cutter. Morrison's already seen two cut fastballs. That was a cutter off the outside corner.
Count goes full here to Logan Morrison leading off the Mariners' second. Kyle Seager on deck. Three-two pitch. Chop foul. Morrison DHing for the fourth time this season for Lloyd McClendon. Spent the bulk of his season at first base, 27 starts. Samardzija with an early lead, home run by Stephen Vogt and an RBI by Jed Lowry in the first inning. 3-2. Do it again.
You see 96 miles an hour. Really good pitch that Morrison was able to spoil. Laugh a little bit of an emergency hack, and he's laughing about it. I'm sure Norris is giving it to him pretty good.
Three-two from Samardzija. Hit well. Deep right center field. That ball's gone. A home run for Lomo. Logan Morrison with his fifth home run, his 15th RBI, and the Mariners are on the board. It's 2-1 Oakland. So Morrison unloads against the former Notre Dame product. First home run since June 23rd.
And he deserved it. See the batting average for Morrison at 228. He's hit the baseball much better than that and hasn't had much to show for it. Hitting the ball right at people, but he elevates this one over 400 feet out to right center field. The only one's going to catch that one is a fan. So Morrison gets the Mariners on the scoreboard.
Good battle on a 3-2 pitch, fouled off several. Here's Kyle Seager. So the Mariners now trail just by 2-1. 392 feet, about 3 rows back. Fan tried to make a play, didn't come up with it. There's Seager with a 2-0 count. Howard Johnson talking about that pitch. Hit to Fryman. Take it to the bag himself, one away. One out, a run in here in the second. Tomorrow at 7:10. Kuma's going to take them out against the A's, and lucky for you, you can get to take home a collectible of the Mariners star pitcher. That's because it's the Sashi Iwakuma bobblehead night. Free to the first 20,000 fans, courtesy of Root Sports. Great seats still available. Come on out here to Safeco Field. Go to the box office and online at mariners.com. Always fun to talk with the hitting coach after you nail one, right?
You can see the guys that are due up all standing there, too. They wanted to know what he was able to see from some margin, maybe if he tipped a pitch.
There's Justin Smoke called back, recalled today from AAA. With Michael Saunders going on the DL. Smoke homered off of Samardzija last June 29th here at Safeco Field. Ackley had an RBI single. Samardzija had a no decision in the Cubs' 5-3 11-inning win.
And the A's have put the shift on for the last 3 hitters, Morrison, Seager, and now Smoke. Fielders on the right side, expecting them to pull the ball.
How about Dozier last night showing the ability to go the other way? Remember, he got his hands out front. They were giving him the whole right side.
Yeah.
We're not seeing a whole lot of that as that one's fouled off that helmet of Norris.
I think that's going to change. I think it has to change, and it's going to be up to the hitters to change it. If you're not happy with him constantly shifting on you, you're going to have to learn to hit the ball the other way. I think that there are times with Smoke, you know, for him, you want him to swing the bat. He's up there to try to do some damage. I don't think I want him to try to hit a ground ball to the left side of the infield. But there are other guys in the lineup that certainly are capable of doing it. And I think you'll see more of it. Lost art being able. I mean, Jeter's perfected that inside-out swing, and you've played with guys who've done it. And you had a good inside-out swing. Yeah, Cano's really good at it, and that's the reason why you don't see the shift on when Cano is hitting. He hits it all over the ballpark. But I think that, yeah, for some guys it is. There are others that are certainly capable. I know that Kyle Seager, if he wanted to, he could do that. But Kyle leads your club in home runs and RBIs, and when he's up there, I think, and we've seen Kyle a couple times try to bunt against the shift. But it's always when he's leading an inning off. Morrison, same thing. Morrison, the same thing. If there's an out or 2 outs, they feel that they're in scoring position. You want them to swing the bat. But the thing that'll be interesting is if they continue to put the shifts on when you have runners in scoring position. Now that single means something, and see if guys try to maybe hit the ball the other way a little bit more. But the hard part about it too is you have to always. We talk about it, and it sounds like it's an easy thing, and a lot of the guys are capable of doing. But the one thing that you can't control is the guy out there on the bump with the ball in his hand. And some guys, they have plus stuff. Samardzija's one of them, and you can't go up there, I think, just trying to force the ball the other way. You have to hit. There's a lot of pitchers that you can do that, but there's some that are just so good and throw the ball hard enough to where you have to be ready for it. You can see that 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 8th pitch of the at-bat to Smoke. So you have to take that into account. Samardzija coming over with Jason Hamill for shortstop Addison Russell, outfielder Billy McKinney, and right-hander Dan Straley, and a player to be named later. That trade back on July 5. Smoke's able to take. They check at third. John Zappani, and he did not go. So the count is run full for Smoke. 1 out, a run in, 2-1 ball game. Ackley's on deck. 20 pitches this inning for Samardzija. Able to check his swing on the 9th pitch of this at bat. Payoff pitch to Smoke off the end of the bat. Shortstop Lowry throws him out. 2 away. We'll see the pitch usage for Samardzija. Again, 58% fastballs, but you have to remember he throws a 2-seamer, a 4-seamer, and the cutter. And there's the slider. Split finger. He'll throw a lot of splits. There's Dustin Ackley in left field. And he looks at strike 1. Dustin pressed into action in last night's game late when check swing knocked out Saunders with 2 strikes, and Ackley came on with 2 strikes and took a called 3rd strike. One the count. Back up this way. Ackley had to pinch hit. That was in the 8th inning last evening. A 4-2 Minnesota win. Scott Kazmir on the left pitched a beauty yesterday in San Francisco in a getaway day game. Bay Bridge series. Kazmir with the victory.
Got a record of 11-3 now, and a 2.38 ERA. And this is a guy that was playing independent baseball a couple of years ago. It's with Cleveland last year. One-time top prospect of the Mets. 2-2 here to Ackley. 2 outs, nobody on. Bouncing ball to Fryman. And the big man races to the bag and beats Ackley. But the Mariners do get on the board. A home run by Logan Morrison, his 5th of the year. It's 2-1 Oakland. Athletics here at game 1 of a 3-game series as we get to the All-Star break. And here's some pitch usage. A good look at what Felix has done.
Not as many fastballs this year, but 10% more changeups for Felix. And again, having the best first half of his career. And his changeup we've talked about, it's one of the best pitches in the game, and he's definitely used it more this year here in the early going, first half of the season.
Top of the order. Here in the 3rd, John Jason, DHing tonight. John flying out to center, leading off the ball game. Puts it in play to Brad Miller. Brad throws him out. Congratulations, Cleveland. Our king never left. Well done. That's a great sign. One out here in the 3rd. LeBron James going back to Cleveland, his hometown. Stephen Vogt, 0-2 pitch, got a hold of one here. Rode it out for his 4th home run.
Yeah, we showed you the changeup percentage going up for Felix. That was the changeup. He just didn't locate it. Zunino was set up on the outside corner. He left that one on the inside corner, and Vogt hit it out of the ballpark.
Strike 1 to Vogt.
Vogt, his 4th home run of the year.
Beautiful movement there. 0-2. Felix with 2 strikeouts, both looking. He got Norris in the 1st, Punto in the 2nd. Hasn't walked anybody. 2 runs on 3 hits. The 0-2. Could not entice him. Felix here at Safeco Field against the Athletics, 8-5, a 2.67 ERA. A high court joining the Kings court. Easy play for Seager. Mariners #1 in defense in the American League. 2 away.
Well, how is Felix getting it done? Take a look at his last 10 starts. Over 5 hits per 9 innings. That is outstanding. Almost 10 strikeouts per 9, but 12 ground ball outs compared to just 4 flyouts for Felix. So his 2-seam fastball has really been working for him. And again, the changeup, when he keeps it down in the zone, he will get a lot of ground ball outs. They will swing and miss.
There's Josh Donaldson looking at a strike. He got a base hit to right. First pitch swinging in the first inning. Scored on the RBI by Jed Lowry. Brad Miller had him played perfectly. Felix, another efficient inning. He has found his groove. 8 pitches in the third. He had 6 in the second. 2-1 Oakland. Good look at the Aurora Bridge over Lake Union with the Fremont Bridge behind it. It is up. How about that? A beautiful look. See the Mets without taking the subway. Head to Safeco Field July 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Mariners host the New York Metropolitans in a rare interleague matchup. For tickets, see Robinson Cano and the Mariners take on David Wright and the Mets in another Midsummer Classic. Stop by Mariners.com. Here's Brad Miller to lead it off, followed by Mike Zunino and Andy Chavez. 8-9-1 here for the Mariners. Down 2-1. Home run by Logan Morrison. High pitch at bat, leading off the second inning. Got the Mariners on the board after Oakland put 2 up in the first. Jeff Samardzija just over from the Cubs, named to the National League All-Star team. He'll wear the generic NL uniform and sit with the American Leaguers coming up Tuesday in Minneapolis.
I would think that has to be strange for him.
But it's a great honor to make that All-Star team.
It's a great honor, and he should definitely go. There's no question about it. But to wear a generic uniform, and you're on the National League All-Star team sitting with the American League team.
Yo, fellas, that'll find some grain. Miller out of the gate hard. Throw to second is in. Not in time as Miller dives in safely with his 8th double. Good start to the Mariner third.
Oh, Brad coming off of a really nice month of June after his early struggles, trying to get things going in July and like to finish strong going into the All-Star break, and this is one way to do it. Drives the ball out into right center field. Center fielder Craig Gentry able to cut it off, but Brad always running hard. Made up his mind early in this that he was going to go for 2 and throws wide. He makes it in the second without a problem. Good leadoff double.
See if Mike Zunino can get him in or move him over. Bob Melvin, his pitching staff, #1 in the American League. With that overall 1-2 in overall bullpen and starters. Really earn your way against these two staffs. Zunino does the job. Ground ball to Punto. Throws out Mike. Job well done by Mike Zunino. Over to third is Brad Miller. Didn't waste any time either.
Well, sometimes you know that it's an accident. They just swing late, but you could tell from that swing by Mike Zunino that he was trying to force the ball to the right side of the infield. Yeah, he would like to find a hole and get a base hit himself. But the bottom line is he makes an out right here, but it's a productive out. Inside out swing. Trying to hit it the other way. And he will take that. Help his team out.
Brings up Andy Chavez. Runner at third, one out. Andy flied to left his first time. Infield. In close. Ball one. Andy 4 for his last 11. He's got 7 runs batted in, looking for number 8. A double by Miller, the Mariners' second hit. Outside. 2-0. Drawn in infield for Chavez. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Andy slaps one foul. 2-1.
Helped him out a little bit. Pitch off the plate away at 95 miles an hour. Maybe started just off the corner, but it had some run to it. As you take a look at Indy, he wanted to be aggressive and get that run in. Ends up breaking his bat.
Wonderful crowd, plenty of electricity in the building tonight with Felix on the mound. The A's, the #1 team in baseball in town, first of 3. Jeff Samardzija in his second start with the Athletics since coming over from the Cubs last week. 2-1 Andy Chavez flips it to center field. Gentry gets under it. Here comes Miller. The throw offline and high. Good job by the Mariners. Zunino and now Andy Chavez scores tied at 2-2. For Indy, his 8th RBI. And for sacrifice flies, his 2nd this season.
I think one of the big keys in this game and in this series, we showed you the numbers on the pitching side. That pitch off the plate away again, but it was up enough to where Indy could get it in the air. But it's going to come down to fundamental baseball. Can you get the little things done to help you out when it's going to be tough to score runs? And the Mariners doing an excellent job taking care of a leadoff double and turning it into a run.
2-2 ball game. Here's James Jones. Takes a strike. JJ took a called third strike on an 0-2 pitch in the first inning. In between there, it was caught by the catcher Derek Norris. 0-2. Morrison with a home run. Mariners building a run here in the third. A double by Miller. Zunino moves him over with a ground out to second, and Chavez scores him on a sac fly. 0-2 pitch. Deals 1 and 2, and he pulled a string on Jonesy, but a good inning for the Mariners as they get a run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. 2-2 ball game here at Safeco Field. Down along the waterfront here in Seattle on this absolutely spectacular summer Friday. Glad you're with us here for Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Check this out.
Strikes by pitch. You can see all that in the 60 percentile. And a couple things to remember, all four of his pitches, they're all plus pitches for Felix, and they really have been this year. And you also consider that there are a number of times when he's trying to bounce the ball or throw the pitch off the edges of the plate. So that's great command of everything that he has, and it's one of the big reasons why he has a 2.11 ERA coming into this game, second in the American League.
Well, it's going to be 90 degrees. You may want to find one of these sculptures and fountains. Dip a toe or two. Felix has retired the last 7 men that he's faced. He's got the always tough Brandon Moss, Jed Lowry, and Derek Norris. 4, 5, and 6 for the Athletics.
Mariners with the shift on. Kyle Seager will move around to the right side. Robinson Cano playing about as deep out into the right field grass as we've seen him. There you can see Robinson.
Derek Norris bouncing around Philly, Pittsburgh, and Boston, and man, he has become a star with Oakland. When I got to Oakland talking to Chili Davis, their hitting coach, Chili said, "Son, what kind of hitter are you?" He said, "I strike out a lot and I hit a lot of home runs." He said, put his hand on his shoulder and said, "Good, do what you do." Foul ball. And word is, Morris said that was such a relaxing comment for him, and just go out and be himself, not try to change to something else. Ball at 2 strikes here to Brandon Moss. Got 19 home runs. And Kings Court, a high court, they want a K, and they get it! First swinging strikeout, third of the ball game. One down here in the fourth. 8 consecutive hitters retired by Felix.
Good elevated fastball just off the outside corner. 93 miles an hour. Good looking our Supermo at the 4-seam fastball by Felix.
Felix with a career mark of 17-7 against the Athletics. 2.64 ERA. Here's Jed Lowry. RBI single, first inning. Looks at ball 1. Three strikeouts for Felix. Allowed 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. Nothing since. Mentioned early in the first inning, a lot of sizzle in this building. Here's Cano, stops it. That'll be a base hit. Hey everybody, it's now time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag MarinersFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later on in the game. Brought to you by AT&T. Felix's run of 8 consecutive hitters retired is ended, rather. The base hit by Lowry. That'll bring up Derek Norris, who took a called third strike in the first inning. Infield at double play depth. Foul back.
For Felix, after throwing 18 pitches in the first inning, has settled down and quickly had his pitch count into great shape now. Just 40 pitches for him, 32 strikes. 32 strikes with the 40 pitches he has thrown.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back. 0-2. Norris, a tough customer, having a really good year. And tonight with a 302 batting average, and Felix's fans looking for another K. Best among catchers in on-base percentage and slugging percentage, Derek Norris. Here comes the 0-2. Got him! Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Felix. 2 down here in the fourth.
Well, we showed you the changeup percentage has gone up this year in the first half for Felix, and that's a big reason why. Well located changeup down out of the strike zone.
2 outs. Lowry at first brings up Nate Fryman, the 6'8" first baseman. Entered the game when Alberto Callaspo suffered a hamstring injury. Strike one. Callaspo trying to beat out a ground ball to shortstop back in the second inning. About 3 steps before he got to the bag, you could see that right hammy go on him. He's out of the game. The 0-1. Good foul. And Felix in control here. He's ahead of Fryman 0-2. Gotta love it. Raucous atmosphere. These fans are here to party on a Friday night out. It happens to be guys' night out here at Safeco Field. Felix ahead, 0-2. Bounced up there, smothered by Zunino, 1-2. Turning up the volume here at Safeco Field. 2 outs, 1-2 to Fryman with a man aboard in a 2-2 game. Pitch from Felix. He got him! Struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Felix. The King is on his game to the home fourth in a 2-2 contest. I remember for a long time, great day to hit the market on this gorgeous, gorgeous day here at Safeco Field. First Mariners game. Benchmark for him. And how about even Steven here at these two franchises? 5 wins apiece in the first 10 meetings.
Numbers are pretty close across the board. More home runs for the A's.
Good crowd on guys' night out here at Safeco Field. 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Here's Cano to lead it off against the margin. Line drive, base hit. So Cano starts the Mariners in the right direction here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Logan Morrison, who homered his first time up.
Well, the Mariners giving up a couple of runs in the first inning, but now they're starting to get after Samardzija, scoring in the 2nd, the 3rd, and a leadoff base hit by Cano. Speaking of scoring, solo home run, 5th home run for Morrison. Really good at bat his first time up, fouled off a number of really good pitches, and then Samardzija finally made a mistake, threw him a fastball in the middle of the plate, and he hit it out to right center.
392 feet of carry for that home run. 1-0 pitch. Goes the other way. Long run for Moss. And he's there to make the catch. Cano will get back to first base. We'll bring up Kyle Seager with 1 out, 1 on.
Hit the ball hard his first time up, but it was right at the first baseman. The ground out for Kyle. 53 pitches for Samardzija.
Oakland with the best record in baseball. The Mariners right now currently holding the second wild card spot, right behind the Angels, but Kansas City and Toronto right on the Mariners' heels, just a game and a half back starting today. Cano back safely. He's 7 out of 9 in base stealing. Seager grounded out to first. In there for a strike. Oakland jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Home run by Stephen Vogt and an RBI single by Jed Lowry. Morrison homered bottom of the second. Then in the third, a leadoff double by Miller. Zunino moved him over with a ground out to second. Indy Chavez scored him on a sac fly. Outside to Seager. National recognition starting to build for Kyle Seager, making the American League All-Star team as a replacement for the injured Edwin Encarnacion of Toronto. Ground ball to Punto. Flip over to Lowry, and it's a tailor-made double play. That'll do it for the Mariners in the fourth. Step aside. It's 2-2 here at Safeco Field. Young lady, the stand-up paddleboard, just going along for the ride. Not a bad day. I guess she makes some contributions at some point, but there you go. Earning her keep. Beautiful day for that today for sure here in Seattle. We take a look at our lows, never stop improving. And the subject, you bet, Mr. Hernandez.
Well, again, a couple of runs in the first inning. But since then, he has really settled down, throwing a lot of strikes and a lot of first pitch strikes from Felix, and he has all of his pitches working again. We've seen the great changeup. He's located his fastball and mixed in a number of curveballs tonight. So Felix, after the first inning, looks like he's locked it in.
There's your starters pitching comparison. Good look at the workload for both men as Nick Punto takes a strike. It'll be Punto, Gentry, and Jaso, 8, 9, and 1 here in the 5th inning. Felix with 5 strikeouts. 2 runs on 4 hits, has not walked anybody. Center breaking ball and a beauty. 0-2. Punto took a cold 3rd strike in the 2nd inning. Felix had a stretch at 2nd and 3rd and into the 4th inning where he retired 8 consecutive hitters. The 0-2. Mike Zunino's got to be thrilled knowing Felix is going to be pitching, but when he gets up in the morning, I'm going to take a beating. I know it. It's coming. Accept it. Deal with it.
Well, he does. He's just done a great job.
He's been outstanding in that department. 1-2. There's Smoke. Nice lead to Felix. Gets out of the way. So I think it's Cy Young awards when you look at these numbers. Just spectacular.
How about the batting average? Against his changeup, 110. His curveball, that's pretty good, 171. Slider, 229. And his fastball at 265. Just great numbers for Felix across the board this year.
One out. They'll bring up center fielder Craig Gentry, longtime Texas Ranger. Gentry's had a pretty good run here with the Athletics. This is his 71st game. Coco Crisp getting tonight off. There's a pop-up. Coming on is the right fielder, Indy Chavez. 2 outs. Make sure you join us as we honor the man who led the Mariners to 840 wins and 3 division championships during his reign as Seattle's manager. Friday, August 8th, Lou Piniella Hall of Fame luncheon right here at Safeco Field. Make sure you're here to see Sweet Lou and other Mariner legends, including Edgar Martinez and Jay Buhner, in one unforgettable afternoon. For tickets to this unique on the Safeco Field Diamond, log on to mariners.com/HOF. It's a pleasure to be here for Randy Johnson's and Ken Griffey Jr.'s. That'll be another festive occasion here in Seattle. 4 consecutive hitters retired by Felix. Is Jaso. Fouls one off. John Jaso 0 for 2. Fly to center. Round out to short.
Jaso hasn't been able to figure out his approach tonight. His first at bat, he was very aggressive flying out in the first pitch. Next at bat, tried to watch some pitches. And swinging again at the first pitch this time up.
The 0-1 pitch. Former battery mate. Checked down to third base. Johnson Ponte said he did not go. 1-1.
And because of that, he recognizes Felix when he's on his game. And I think for Jaso, sees Felix settling in, one of the things we were talking about. And I think they're going to be very aggressive with him the rest of the way.
Jason, of course, caught the perfect game August 2012 against Tampa Bay. Felix with 5 strikeouts. Show me 6. Not here. 2-2. Two and two, 2 out, nobody on. And well into the gap. Jones tried for it, could not get it. Indy Chavez backing him up. Jaso will hold it second with a double. Jaso with his 14th double.
Jaso reaching out. Off speed pitch. Looks like the curve ball. 81 miles an hour. It was the curve. I think Jones thought he was going to be able to get it, but the ball was hooking away from him. Great effort from Jones.
Two-out base runner brings up Stephen Vogt. And the hook on it definitely fooled him. Could not run it down. Vogt 1 for 2. Homered in the first inning. His 4th of the season, his 17th run batted in. This is outside, 2-0. Oakland out of the gate hard this season. They moved into first place in the middle of April. They've been there ever since. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Stephen Vogt.
Felix being careful. All those pitches off the plate away. Vogt has been a hot hitter for them. His average at 370 right now. 100 at bats on the year, but 4 home runs. The RBI leader waiting on deck of Donaldson. 65 RBIs for Donaldson.
2-1 pitch, breaking ball. That misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. Josh Donaldson 5th in hits, 6th in RBIs in the American League.
This is probably going to be heated. Lloyd wanted the check swing. He wanted it called, and now he wants to know what's going on.
Lloyd will fight for his team in a heartbeat. 3-1. First walk of the ball game.
Again, I think Felix, knowing he's a hot hitter, pitched around him a little bit.
2 men aboard here in the 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. It brings up Josh Donaldson, tough hitter. He's got 20 home runs, 65 runs batted in, leader in both of those categories. 1 for 2 tonight. Swing and a miss. Two outs. A's get a double from Jaso and a walk to Vogt. Word from downstairs, Cayasco, right hamstring strain. Paints that corner. 0-2. This would be a very important strikeout or an out, no matter how he gets it. The A's have 2 on. 0-2 to Donaldson. Blocked by Zunino, 1-2. Jaso and Vogt take their leads. Ball, 2 strikes. Pitch inside, off the plate, 2-2.
Almost hit him with the changeup. Here's his changeup. He has a couple of them. One will break straight down, the other one will run, and the one that runs, he typically will throw to the left-handers, and that one almost got a piece of Donaldson.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch blocked. Runner advances. Jaso's always been good at that. As soon as that ball hits the dirt, he is on the move.
That'll be a wild pitch. 21 pitches in the inning for Felix. So the A's making him work a little bit as Felix throws this changeup in the dirt. You see that one going straight down. Zunino's able to block it, but Jaso, as Dave mentioned, one of the best at anticipating the ball in the dirt. Gets a good jump. No chance for Zunino to throw him out.
Huge moment here in the ball game here. 3-2 to Donaldson. 2-1 pitch. Sky to right field. Easy play. Andy Chavez. Felix gets out of a jam in the 5th. No runs. A hit. No errors. 2 left. Coming up for the Mariners, Smoke, Ackley, and Miller in this 2-2 ball game. Here on Root Sports, being brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new jalapeno ranch or barbecue ultimate cheeseburgers at participating restaurants. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Pizza Hut, make it great. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. One of the great sculptures over at the Sculpture Park, Elliott Bay. Leading off here for the Mariners, it'll be Justin Smoke, followed by Dustin Ackley and Brad Miller. 2-2 ball game. Jeff Samardzija and Felix Hernandez hooking up in a beauty. Mariners runs on a home run in the 2nd. Logan Morrison leading off with a blast, his 5th of the year, and then a sacrifice fly by Andy Chavez in the 3rd. After Samardzija and company got 2 runs in the 1st. Fouled off by Smoke, 1-2. Home run by Vogt. Jed Lowry RBI single. Got the A's on top. Strike 3. Nice pitch there by Samardzija. That'll be his 4th strikeout. CenturyLink link to what's next. Another good pitching matchup. Jesse Chavez. Mariners chased him last time they saw him. And Asashi Iwakuma seems to be back on his game.
Another good matchup. This entire series showed you the graphic on the pitching between the 2 clubs. 2 best pitching staffs in the American League.
Strike 1 to Dustin Ackley.
This game's starting to look more and more like the way we talk about the great starters, and Felix certainly that. Samardzija has been over in the National League. Both of them probably understanding who they're up against. A little amped up at the start of the game. Felix giving up 2 runs in the 1st inning, has settled down and pitched great since then. And Samardzija the same. He gives up the solo home run in the 2nd and a leadoff double that cost him in the 3rd. But they both look like they've settled down now.
Argent looks like he's getting a little bit more rotation in that windup delivery too.
And he's starting to mix in a few more off-speed pitches. He's topped out at 96 miles an hour. See him getting the split grip in his glove.
Great wide receiver at the University of Notre Dame. 78 catches for 1,017 yards and 12 TDs in 06.
And his pitch selection when he gets 2 strikes on the hitter. A lot of fastballs at 48%. You can see the split, 27% split finger fastballs from him when he is ahead.
On 2 strikes. Took a little off. Fair ball. Fryman's got it. Easy play. Second time Ackley's grounded out to first. 2005, the Fighting Irish at Husky Stadium. 2005, this guy was a really good receiver. He knew he wanted to play baseball. He was an all Big East pitcher for Notre Dame and told the NFL, listen, don't even bother drafting me. And he was picked up, drafted by the Chicago Cubs. A lethal receiver, go-to kind of guy. Miller drops one down. Samardzija, quick recover, throws him out. So the Mariners go quietly in the 5th. Samardzija, he and Felix, great duel. Ivers with the statue of Ivar Hagelin there. Fortune and fish and chips. So we take a look at our Coors Banquet timeless moment. And yes, Felix is the focus of it. All-time low ERA against the A's. Felix, Roger Clemens, John Lackey, Jim Palmer, and Nolan Ryan. That is select company.
And Felix with that ERA, that's over 32 starts. Now his 33rd start against the A's. So he's logged a lot of innings to post that ERA.
Kyle Seager running over the right side of the diamond. So we get the shift on for Brendan Moss. Moss in left field. Followed by the shortstop Jed Lowry and the catcher Derek Norris. That one will make it into the King's Court. Strike 1. Moss tonight, comebacker to Felix and a strikeout. There's the 0-1. Pounded foul. Felix ahead in the count 0-2, sitting on 5 strikeouts. Heck of a game by Felix his last time out, and no decision in Chicago as he bounces one up. Prior to that, he'd won back-to-back games against Cleveland and Boston. The run he had in May was unbelievable. 4-0 with a 2.74, and he comes back in June with 3-1 with a 1.22. Pitch to Moss. Chased it, Zunino. Will throw to first, and Felix has a half a dozen strikeouts. One away here in the sixth. Just look at his last 10 starts.
Interesting note. Take a look at the slugging percentage at .211, and then look at the on-base percentage at .202. What that's telling you is that when he's giving up hits, they're not doing much with them. 4.6 run support for him in his 8-2 record. Giving up 1 home run over that time, those 10 starts.
2 for 2 night for Jed Lowry. RBI single to center and an infield hit. 0-1 the Jets switch hitter. He's now 8 for 30 career against Felix. Hold on. Wow, guys are wearing the mail too. The crowns. I like it. Fouled off, 1-2. They left their steeds at home. There'll be no joust tonight.
It's great to see that in the upper deck.
King's Court and the High Court. 1-2 to Lowry, sitting on 6 strikeouts. Make it 7. 2 down here in the 6th. John Farrell going to be coaching the American League All-Stars. Here's your starter, JF.
Finally figured out Lowry. Lowry had been 2 for 2, a couple of base hits for him, but he gets the strikeout.
We'll bring up Derek Norris. He struck out looking and swinging. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 6th. Should be a sign above the ballpark. Artist at work.
That's a fact.
Wow. 1-1. Sound like Bill Murray there. That's a fact, Jack, from Stripes.
Well, he is doing his fair share of painting tonight with his fastball. That's where everything starts. But 4+ pitches, you can see the movement on that changeup. A lot of run to it, just missing the inside corner. Felix thought it was a strike.
Two-one pitch. Paint job, 2-2.
Paint a fastball, the outside corner, starts it off the plate and runs it right back on the corner.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Felix deals. Down low, full count. Felix has walked 1 batter tonight. That was Stephen Vogt on a 3-1 pitch in the 5th. That put 2 men on in the 5th, and then they got Donaldson to fly out to right. Nate Fryman's on deck. Teaching him early. 3-2 pitch. Walked him. 2-out base runner for the Athletics here in the 6th. Can you beat the best? Join millions of players right now for the only official Home Run Derby mobile game from MLB.com. Square off against your friends from around the world, live in multiplayer derby mode, and climb to the top of the leaderboards. Download today for free on the Apple Store, the Apple App Store, and Google Play. Here's Fryman. Took over for the injured Alberto Callaspo. Hamstring strain knocked him out of the game after his first at bat, a ground out in the 2nd. swing. Overmatched on that pitch. 0-2. Mariners battling the A's, team with the best record in baseball. 58 wins, 34 losses. Got Fryman 0-2. Ring up number 8. 8 strikeouts for Felix through 6. It's a 2-2 ball game. Home 6th coming up. Score tied at 2. And 13 years ago yesterday, the All-Star game was right here at Safeco Field. So we check now our Geico date in MLB history on this date. Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez start for the AL. Game in Arlington, Texas. Tino Martinez pinch hit. Got a single late in the game, and Jeff Conine wanted late for the National League. Here's Mike Zunino. Mike with a productive out, moving Miller to third base after he had opened up with a double in the third. So Mike 0 for 1. One to Mike Zunino. He'll be followed by Andy Chavez and James Jones. 9-1-2. Does Margin remind you of anybody?
Not that I can think of, just because of the variety of fastballs that he throws. You see a lot of guys that have the four-seamer, of course, and they'll mix in a two-seamer with it.
Tell you what, he hit this a long way, going back and making the catch is Gentry right at the 401 sign. He even says, wow.
But also with the cutter, so the 3 different fastballs and the variety of speeds can top out at 96. And that looks like a little cutter away from him at 86. 401 feet. He hit it 400 feet.
He was getting close. Bring up Andy Chavez, his sac fly, and the third tied the score. 2-2. First at bat, he flied out to left. One. Center field, Gentry backing up. He's there to make the catch. 2 away.
See the averages against the different pitches that he throws. We've been talking about it. Pretty high average on his cutter, and you can see the slugging percentage at 447. I think the biggest reason why is it doesn't have the velocity, and if he throws a cutter to a right-hander, as he did to Zunino, has a tendency to run back out over the plate. Mike just missing a home run, and Zunino with the lefties, he'll actually start it off the plate away and try to hit the outside corner. But if he ends up having that pitch run in the middle of the plate, the left-handers can do some damage to it. So if you're going to throw the cutter, more times than not, guys with the cut fastball will throw it to lefties. He's a right-handed pitcher and try to get it in on their hands, but he really hasn't done a lot of that. Some of it, but not a lot.
Jones slaps one down the line. That's a fair ball into the corner. Jones to second, and he'll stop there with a 2-out double. James Jones with his 7th two-bagger comes with 2 outs here in the 6th. Chance for the Mariners to take the lead. Robinson Cano will be the next hitter.
Good hitting by Jones. His fastball is right on the outside corner. Looks like a two-seamer, and he goes with it. We've seen him do that quite a bit lately. Hit the ball the other way. And once it stays fair, that's an easy double for him. This will be interesting to see what Bob Melvin wants to do if he's going to pitch to Cano. Morrison due up next, but Cano, the high batting average with runners in scoring position this year, already 1 for 2 in this game, and it looks like they're going to pitch to him.
Cano with a strikeout, the base hit to right. Angels defeated Texas 3-1 tonight. Garrett Richards wins the ball game. He's 11-2. Trout hit his 22nd home run. Angels have won 8 of their last 9, 17 of their last 21. And Texas has lost 20 of its last 23 games. Cano the other way, stays fair. Jones will score easily. It's 3-2 Mariners. Cano digging for second. He'll get there standing up. 3-2 Seattle. Cano's 22nd run batted in, his 53rd RBI.
It jams him, but he fights it off. Two-seamer. They were set up away. Two-seamer, we've seen Cano time and time again in these situations. He's been so clutch for the Mariners here in the first half. Bob Melvin electing to pitch to him. Morrison already with a home run in the game, who was on deck, and Cano makes him pay for it. 2-out RBI.
Cano started the day 3rd in the American League. Runners in scoring position, batting average. Chance for Lomo to add another one. Ground ball, Fryman. He'll take it himself. Wins that race, but a productive inning for the Mariners as they get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and leave a man in lead. 3-2 for Felix Hernandez. Back-to-back doubles by Jones and Cano have the Mariners in front by the count of 3-2 as we go to the 7th inning. And you think Felix is great 2010. Check this out.
Great numbers for him across the board. Has improved everywhere. Look at the walks. Only 23 walks this year through 19 games, 42 back in 2010. That's when he won the Cy Young Award. Now, he was also brilliant in August and September. He really pitched well. Look at those numbers for Felix, off to a great start. Well on his way again.
So Robinson Cano with an RBI double. It extends his hitting streak to 19 games against the Athletics as the Mariners and King Felix in front 3-2. Breaking ball to Nick Punto for a strike. Felix with 8 strikeouts, 2 walks tonight. He's got Punto, Gentry, and Jaso 8, 9, and 1 here in the 7th inning. Oh, 1. Nothing like Felix with the lead. Felix with a 10-2 record at 2.11 ERA. Time to play auctioneer. Looking for 9. Show me 9. Got it! Back-to-back Ks for the King. 1 out in the 7th. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. All-Star break is upon us after we finish up Saturday and Sunday's ball games, and then, boy, those Angels. We mentioned big 3-1 win tonight in Texas. Since June 24th, the Angels are 24-10. Cano, easy play. 2 down.
And more importantly, a quick out for Felix. Next pitch will be 90 for Felix.
Coors Banquet and the Wildland Firefighter Foundation support the brave firefighters who protect us. A donation of 25 cents from each case of Coors Banquet purchased between now and August 31st will go to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Please help us protect our West and support our wildland firefighters. Quick 2 outs. Gets the bottom of the order now to the top, and John Jaso. Jaso hunting the first pitch, skies it to center field. Jones is there. Felix, 5 pitches. Easy breezy 7th inning. 3-2 Mariners. By Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won the Norwegian Star Import? A beautiful day here. Running back and forth to Alaska. That's a great cruise. So look at your Washington Department of Imagination as Jeff Samardzija on the mound here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Samardzija will face Kyle Seager, Justin Smoke, and Dustin Ackley. Kyle tonight 0 for 2 with a ground out the first, bounced into a double play. Shift on for Kyle. And Fryman, all 6'8" of them, smothers it, throws to the 6'5" Samardzija. 1 out.
Fryman wasn't the starting first baseman, it was Callejo, but a good play as he goes down the line. Kyle has now grounded out to first a couple of times. Good look at our McDonald Supermo on the play by Fryman.
Fryman out of Duke throws to a Notre Dame alum. Pretty good couple of small forwards on your ball club there. 6'8", 6'5". That would be bad. Get Fryman down in the low blocks. There's Smoke. Tonight the Mariners have 4 extra base hits, a homer and 3 doubles. Most extra base hits they've had on the homestand, including the 12-hit game last night against Minnesota, in which they had 1 extra base hit, the Seager home run.
Well, it's been good to see them come up with the big base hit by Cano with 2 outs to pick up an RBI and give him the lead. That's been a little bit of a struggle for him on the homestand, and so Cano was able to clutch up and get that hit.
How about through last night? Rick Riz over in radio side talking about it. 4 for 47 the last 7 games, runners in scoring position. 1-1 to Smoke. Gets past Derek Norris. Center field, backing up a little bit is Gentry, just shy of the track. 2 away. Get downtown from the airport for only $2.75 on Sound Transit's Link Light Rail. See how easy it is at soundtransit.org. Guys, night out. Plenty of action, a lot of commerce going on out in the pen. And they've been here for a while. They got here early. Here's Dustin Ackley. Makes it a first pitch strike. Twice grounded out the first. Mariners trying to build on this 1-run lead and 1-run decisions this year. The Mariners are 10-14. They did go. Check with John Traponic. 1-2. Good crowd. 32,971. Expecting upwards of 40 plus tomorrow. Iwakuma bobblehead night. Pitch outside, 2-2. Two outs with Brad Miller on deck. Ackley, the 2-2 count. Robinson Cano's put the Mariners ahead. 2-out RBI double in the 6th inning. Ackley strikes out. Samardzija has a 1-2-3 7th. Breezing along here on a gorgeous summer night. The King with 9 strikeouts and a 3-2 lead. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Good look at the Statue of Liberty at Alki. On this beautiful Friday night, the 11th of July, Mariners taking on the team with the best record in baseball, the Oakland Athletics, and the Mariners lead behind the King 3-2. Stephen Vogt, Josh Donaldson, Brandon Moss, 2-3-4 here in the 8th. Mariners on the season 5-5 against these A's. Broken bat looper left field, base hit. So Vogt, 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. Got a home run in the first inning.
And he chases a pitch in on his hands, is able to fight it off. Dumps it into left field.
Want to welcome Shirts Across America, some high school students who volunteered to rebuild homes along the Gulf Coast. 300 of these youngsters in attendance. Big tip of the hat to them for that outstanding work down on the Gulf Coast, which has been ravaged by hurricanes over the last few years. All right, that's great stuff. Glad to see it. Youth of America. Makes you feel good, doesn't it? 0-1 to Josh Donaldson, a number 3 hole hitter for the Athletics. 0-1. Saved by Zunino. Mariners would love a double play ball right here. Is double-barreled action. Charlie Furbush and Ravis Medina, the Mariner pen. Spirit, electricity, juice, all in the building here tonight. Kings Court, the High Court, 32,971. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Felix, some gnats are.
Yeah, I think so. He was waving them off before that last pitch, and then after he finished it, he ended up with one in the eye.
Well, it's not like it was in Cleveland a few years ago.
No, nothing like that.
Bouncing ball, Seager. Tricky hop to Cano. 1. There's a double play! Around the horn go the Mariners. 2 down here in the 8th.
Well, Dave, I appreciate that you called it a tricky hop, but I don't think that does it justice. As you take a look at this, this is about as good as it gets when you're at third. In between, able to get his glove up quickly. Probably a game saver is after he makes that tough play. It's an easy turn for Cano. Kyle has really played well at third, going to the All-Star game because of his offense, but an excellent job on the defensive side. Felix likes it.
Still not out of the woods in a 1-run game. Here's Moss. Moss tonight, tap back to Felix, a strikeout swinging in the 4th, a strikeout swinging in the 6th. 1-1. Cano in short right field for Moss. Felix ready with the 1-1. Chop foul, so he's got Moss right where he wants him.
He still has the good curveball. It's down out of the strike zone, getting Moss to chase it.
One and two to Moss. Fouled off.
Last three pitches almost in the identical area, all of them different. Fastball, curveball, and then the changeup, all down and away from Moss. And now Rick Griffin will make a trip out to the mound. Felix hobbling around a little bit.
Blood McClendon joining. Well, you know he's a gamer. He's smiling. That's a good sign. Two outs here in the top of the eighth. Mariners nursing a one-run lead. Their champion is on the mound, Felix Hernandez. 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's held Oakland to 2 runs on 6 hits. Mariners got a huge 2-out RBI double from Robinson Cano in the 6th inning to take the lead. Felix had 100 pitches. He's 1-2 here to Moss. Ground ball into the shift. Cano's there. Throws him out, that'll do it. 8 full to the King with 9 Ks and a 1-run lead. It's a 10K party here at Safeco Field.
So good for the Mariners, up 3-2 on the A's as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. Time now to take a look at the AT&T fan photos. A little time-lapse photography in the background. All right, up first, Robin and Friend. Great to have them out at the ballpark tonight. Now we're going to head out into somebody's home. It's Chance's place with the kids and the dog with their K cards supporting Felix Hernandez, as are the thousands here at Safeco Field, as we send it back upstairs to David Mike.
All right, Tom, thanks so much. Let's see if the Mariners can get some insurance tallies here for Felix. 8 strong innings for the King. Fernando Rodney heating up. Brad Miller leads off for the Mariners. Swing and a miss. He's 0-2. Brad tonight with a double. They scored the Mariners' 2nd run. They tied it in the 3rd. Leadoff double. Moved to 3rd on a productive ground out to second base by Zunino and scored on the Chavez sac fly. Oh, nice play by Punto. Well done. One out. Veteran coming up big. Next Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday is tomorrow. First 400 fans, 21 and older in the pen, during early happy hour at the Rail Bar receive a Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Plus, you can catch a specially marked Coors Light bulb during Mariners BP that day and win tickets to an upcoming game. Here's Mike Zunino. Zunino sent Gentry to the wall right at the 401 mark in straightaway center field for an out.
Two good at bats for Mike tonight. Leadoff double by Miller, was able to hit the ground ball to the right side, move him up. That's where they picked up one of their runs, and Mike departed that and just missed a home run his next time up on a cutter.
2-0. Felix looks like he's done for the night with Rodney up. To Mike. Felix gave up 2 runs in the first inning, and he has shut down the Athletics since then. A home run to Vogt and an RBI single by Lowry. Smarja hasn't been too shabby either. Giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. 3-1 to Mike Zunino with Endy Chavez on deck.
Both he and Felix being efficient tonight. I don't think there's any surprise that both of them have pitched here in the 8th inning. And you're right, I think Felix is done. So Rodney continues to throw.
3-2. Brilliant night for Felix. Cano drove in the lead run. Smarja full count here to Zunino. Chop foul. Fernando Rodney. What a first half that he's had.
He pitched in the first game against the Twins. So it's been a few days since he's been able to get into a ball game.
3-2 to Mike Zunino. Almost hit him. It did hit him. Mike has done that quite often. He doesn't give that max effort to get out of the way, does he? He's taking one for the team.
Played that perfectly too. Just turn in a little bit, a little deflection, take your base.
Stars of the line for the 2014 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. It's the best in the National League take on the American League's elite. Don't miss the action this Tuesday at 5 p.m. on Fox. Top of the order in Endy Chavez. Endy with the sacrifice fly that tied it in the 3rd inning. 0 for 2. Hard throwing Francisco Abad. This guy can rush it up there. Fernando Abad. Strike one, Andy. Chavez, leadoff man here tonight for the Mariners, playing in right field. Mariners had to make a move today. Michael Saunders going on the DL. An oblique problem. Here's the 0-1. Chavez ground ball to Punto. Lowry over to Fryman for the 4-6-3 double play. 9th inning coming up. Fernando Rodney time. Get your arrows ready. Cock the hat to the left. 3-2 Mariners. Felix Hernandez, 8 outstanding innings here at Safeco Field. Mariners lead at 3-2. We go to the top of the 9th inning as we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game. We take you back to 2 outs in the 6th. James Jones, how about this one?
Double down into the corner, something that Jones has been doing a lot of lately. Gets himself into scoring position with 2 outs.
And then Robinson Cano, first pitch swinging. And he'll lace a double down into the same neighborhood, and that'll score Jonesy easily for what proved to be the go-ahead run. But the big part of the story, Mr. Hernandez, look at that work.
Boyd McClendon needed him to go deep in the game and pitch well, and that's exactly what he did. 8 innings, 6 hits, a couple of runs they were earned. They both came in the first inning. 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. He threw 101 pitches.
Beautiful night here at Safeco Field. 32,971. Turn your caps to about 10, 11 o'clock at home. Get the arrows ready. Fernando Rodney, 26 out of 28. Jed Lowry will lead it off. Lowry, Norris, and Fryman. Mariners looking to end a 3-game losing streak. Strike 1. They're moving the hats over to the 10 and 11 o'clock position, all right. Lowry tonight, RBI single, infield hit, and a strikeout. The 0-1 runs away for 1-1 count. Love the costumes. The King Arthur theme. Love it. 1-1. Flipped out of play. Fernando Rodney against Jed Lowry. Lowry 0 for 2 against Fernando. Mariners holding second place right now. And a wild card chase. The 1-2 from Rodney. Skied. Short right field. Cano backing up. 1 out. 1 down here in the 9th inning. Make sure you join the Mariners 2015 lineup by making a deposit on season tickets. Reserve a great spot right now for just $100 per seat. What's more, when you make a deposit, you'll have the chance to test drive season ticket locations this season and experience Mariners season ticket holder benefits, including access to special events, discounts, and more. For more info, visit mariners.com/15. Here's Derek Norris. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Love the energy in the building here on this Friday night. Derek Norris looks at a strike at 95. 1-1.
Rodney has topped out at 96 so far tonight.
Strikeouts and a walk for Norris. Dangerous hitter. Rodney's got a 1-1 count. Off high, 2 balls and 1 strike. A's got their runs in the first inning. A home run by Vogt, RBI single by Lowry. Felix shut him down from innings 2 through 8, and now Rodney trying to close the ball game. Mariners got a home run for Morrison in the 2nd, tied it in the 3rd on a sac fly by Chavez, took the lead on a Cano double in the 6th. 2-2. Well, if this is any indication what it could be like in the second half, I'm all in. Cespedes is on deck as a pinch hitter. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Rodney. Popped it up. No play for Seager. Lloyd McClendon's ball club looking for win number 50 on the season. In this, the 93rd game of the campaign. 2-2 to Norris. Pitch from Rodney. 3-2.
Thrown him a lot of fastballs. Missed with that last changeup. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws another changeup right here.
Yoenis Cespedes, dangerous hitter on deck. Rodney ready. 3-2 pitch to Norris. Hit hard and foul.
See that last pitch, middle in, it was the fastball, and Norris was well out in front of it.
Athletics started tonight a 3.5 game lead on the Angels. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Walked him.
Missed with the changeup.
Now he really would like a double play ball off the bat of Cespedes, who's going to come up and pinch hit for Fryman. Cespedes, a .253 hitter with 14 homers and 56 runs batted in, and Lloyd going to go out. Lloyd McClendon going to go out and talk to his closer. Cespedes 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Like that 2 for 3 career against Fernando Rodney. As you know, Cespedes has got some pop. 14 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Third on the team in homers behind Donaldson and Brandon Moss.
Well, I'm sure that's what they're going over right now. The scouting report, what they want to do with Cespedes. He's done a lot of damage against the Mariners in 46 games, 14 home runs.
Playoff type atmosphere here in Seattle at Safeco Field. Glad you could join us here on Root Sports. Team with the best record in baseball, the A's in town. First of 3 before we break for the All-Star game. Cespedes pinch hitting, 1 out, 1 on. 3-2 lead for the Mariners. Pitch. Ball 1. Crowd restless. Hoping for a double play. The 1-0. Gets by Zunino. Down to second. Goes Norris. Be a wild pitch.
Again, when you're catching, you don't expect the pitcher to spike a fastball. That is a fastball at 94 miles an hour.
A 2-0 count to Cespedes. Tying run at second.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 tonight with runners in scoring position.
Needs a big pitch here, 2-0. Missed, 3-0. Oh boy.
Well, Bob Melvin sent him up there as a pinch hitter. I'm sure he has the green light to swing if he wants to.
3-0. Bounced it foul. 3-1. Rodney in his last 20 appearances, 15 for 15, and saves an ERA of 0.95. He's only allowed 2 runs. Got a 3-1 count. Three-1 to Cespedes. Fouled that one. In and out of the glove of Zunino, so back to 3-2.
Cespedes fooled badly on the changeup. Had to really slow his swing down just to foul it off.
water here for Fernando. Tying run at second base. 1 out. Tough hitter in Cespedes. A full count. Crowd building to a crescendo here. The 3-2 pitch. Foul back. Samardzija pitched a heck of a ball game. 3 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 3. Big spot for Fernando Rodney. 3-2 to Cespedes. The pitch. Fouled off.
A couple of good fastballs. 96 that last one, 95, but they're up out over the plate. I think that's a dangerous area with Cespedes hitting. Zunino wants that pitch a little bit further down.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Mariners nurse it, clinging to a 1-run lead. 3-2 pitch to Cespedes. To right field, Indy Chavez backs up. Runner tags. Vogt going to third. The throw a little late. On the money, 2 outs. And he got a contact hitter coming up in Nick Punto. There's Bob Melvin talking to Chili Davis, the hitting coach. Punto's been around for a lot of years, multiple clubs. Been in big spots like this, Mike.
Well, even though Norris is a catcher, he has pretty good speed at third, so you have to be heads up for anything. Kyle Seager looks like he's going to play even with the bag at third, just in case. Punto, the veteran, he feels that he can bunt for a base hit. He will try it.
Punto 3 for 9 against Fernando Rodney. The drama could not be any thicker here at Safeco Field. First pitch to Punto. Popped it up. Long run Ackley. Long run Miller. Ackley slides and just misses. Strike 1.
It was just a great effort by all the guys. The ball landing in the triangle in between all of them. Can't get to it, but what an effort by both Ackley and Miller. They know the wall's coming up. They're trying to slide to brace themselves and make the catch. Just not able to get there.
Great job right there. Strike 1 to Punto. Contact hitter, dangerous kind of hitter in this situation. They play him shallow towards left. Pitch, foul back, 0-2. The Mariner closer in hot water and trying to just put a lockdown on this ball game here. 9th inning, Mariners by a run. Punto 0 for 3, struck out twice. And grounded out the first. What's Fernando going to come back with here? 0-2 pitch to Nick Punto. Missed. 1-2.
Well, the crowd wanted it, but that pitch well off the plate away.
Frank Zunino tried to steal this one. You can understand. Crowd on its feet, 32,971. Mariners trying to get their 50th victory of the season. Rodney ready with the 1-2 to Punto. Ball 2. Everybody on their feet here at Safeco Field on a gorgeous Friday night here in July. First place A's. The Mariners in 3rd place in the American League West. The 2-2 to Nick Punto. Outside ball 3. 25 pitches for Rodney.
This is where it gets interesting for Punto. He's going to have to decide, is Rodney going to challenge him here in this situation? You do have first base open. He can't throw him the changeup again. Ackley playing towards the line in left field. Jones in left center field. So they're expecting him to hit the ball the other way.
Punto, a switch hitter. Veteran ball player. And in these situations before, Rodney ready, 3-2 pitch. Got him! Ball game over. The Mariners win it, 3-2. Shoot that arrow in the sky. Mariners into 3-game losing streak. Pick up win number 50 on the season. Home plate umpire hearing it is James Hoy. Rodney comes in, gets the save. Mariners win their 50th ball game, and Felix Hernandez runs his record to 11-2. And Rodney picks up another save.
He gave the crowd a little bit of nervous time tonight, but he gets it done. The All-Star, I think he should be anyways, be an All-Star with what job he's done here in the first half of the season. Leading the league in saves. Tremendous ERA now under 2, I'm sure, after this inning. And this is a borderline pitch that he's able to get the call on. Borderline up and just off the plate. But Zunino, again, great job stealing that strike. Punto not happy. He thought that was a ball.
27th save. The Mariners in that 3-game losing streak. They beat the A's for the 6th time in 11 ball games. Pick up a full game on the A's. They're 8 back, and they improved their status as the #2 wild card team in the American League. We're back with more right after this.